Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself and Exile Magpie.
Hello!
As always. Some shitty news.
Not a lot, but, you know.
So, there's three stories which I'm going to lump into one, because they all kind of follow the same thing.
Yeah.
So, we have, if you've been paying attention to the news.
Despite the fact that this year has been a bumper year of slam dunks after slam dunks. I mean, granted, we have had some stinkers like Gollum, Redfall, and the Kong game, which are all, for some reason, fighting it out for the worst game of the year.
I would say Redfall.
No, Redfall is bad, but Redfall is not as bad as Gollum.
Not bad as in like... Okay, so let's not say bad. Most disappointing.
Yes. Oh, definitely. Redfall is the most disappointing by a mile, by a whole country mile. The thing is, but as actual as an actual marker of how bad it is nowhere near as bad as Gollum or the Kong.
No. I'll give you that. But still, anyway, we're not here to talk about that.
But the thing is that the game industry has had
I would say
this has been one of the best years for gaming.
Yeah.
Yet,
I would say if you look at the companies that are doing this, basically just to keep going, Ubisoft has laid off 124 employees to enhance collective efficiency, is what they've said it for. Amazon Games,
it's just corporate talk to go. We want to make more money without actually putting any effort in.
Yeah, Amazon Games has cut 180 roles for restructuring, is what they're saying. And who's the other one?
Something Brother
505 Games, their parent company, Digital Brothers, is laid off 30% of the global workforce.
Great.
Yeah. To go to your point, if we actually think about the games that have come out and smashed it, there are not many that I would say are AAA.
No. I would probably say Spider-Man 2, which is only just released.
Spider-Man 2 is probably the AAA game that's come out. That's actually I would maybe put Starfield up there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's done. It has done.
It is,
good for
financially, sales wise, it's done very, very well, and it is a good game.
It's done good for Xbox.
I do feel it also highlights Bethesda's issues in the fact that they still are making the same game design wise that they did for Oblivion. They've not evolved.
Bethesda's got problems and they need to sort it out.
Let's put it's still a good game. It's just it's showing its age, sort of thing.
It's outdated.
Yeah.
It's an outdated format of game now.
But it is still a good game. However,
but after that, you kind of start to struggle. Resident Evil 4. And I'm starting to struggle now.
The thing is Ubisoft. What have they released this year? Mirage has only just come out.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I'm like, well, no wonder you
haven't released anything.
And you're still stuck in this blooming every game has to be an open world collectathon bullshit. And it's like, for the love of fucking God, do you not understand variation?
So we'll talk about Ubisoft first. We'll do Ubisoft. Ubisoft has laid off 124 individuals today in an effort to streamline operations and enhance the collective efficiency, according to the company.
Maybe if you hadn't wasted all the money on Skull and Bones, rebooting it over and over and over and over again.
That is a game that
maybe
at this point, just fucking put a nail in it. Just stop.
Either release the game, get the game to a playable, decent state, and release it, or kill it.
Yeah.
But then again, it's the amount of it's the cost sunk fallacy, isn't it? It's how much money they probably spent on this. They need to get something back on it.
Yeah, but there comes a point where you just say, you know what? No.
No.
You got to do a Batgirl situation. and just be like, yes, we've spent a lot of money on this, but it's clearly not going to do anything.
Right. The thing is with the Batgirl thing, going on a little tangent, is like, we don't know. This is the thing. All we know is it had a
very, very bad test screening.
Yeah, it had a very bad test screening. But the problem is like, who did they show it to?
Well, we don't know that.
That's the problem. It's like, who did they show it to? Did they show it to people who actually like comic book movies, or did they show it to, i.e., the people who they're aiming these movies at the moment, and then they're bombing because they're comic book movies, and they're aiming it at people who don't watch comic book movies?
I feel what I think's happened is they've made Batgirl. Now they were making Batgirl as they were making Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Now we all know the story of Birds of Prey.
Yes.
They generally thought that Birds of Prey was going to be this big thing, and everyone was going to love it, and then that movie bombed so dramatically that Warner Brothers again had to reboot their universe cinematic thing that they're doing, right?
Yeah.
So, and then they've been doing Batgirl, I think, in the same vein, and then people have seen it and gone, wow, this is bad. And then the higher ups have seen it and gone, yeah, this is bad. That's what I think. I mean, I've seen pictures. Michael Keaton should never have put that Batman costume on again. I do feel
because it was Brendan Fraser. It was Firefly.
Yeah, apparently he was really good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, I do feel sorry because like, even a bad movie, especially when there's at least one standout character or actor.
Apparently, the lass who played Batgirl was pretty good as well.
I know. It's a shame. It's like, from what I heard, at least release it, and I have some people go, yeah, it's a shit movie, but Brendan Fraser was fucking amazing, and Thingy as Batgirl was great. You know, yes, was it a terrible movie? Yes, but it's not their fault.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
However,
back to this.
Yeah.
Let's move back. Right. Ubisoft confirmed that it was reorganising its Canadian studios in a move that was impacting a total of 124 positions, 98 of which were based in Canada. Roughly 2% of its Canadian workforce per Ubisoft. Those laid off came from the business administration services and IT teams, both across the hybrid VFX studio in Montreal and the global IT team.
So it depends what the global IT team did.
The thing is, this is like, I want to say this is like the fourth round of layoffs for Ubisoft now.
It's another round at least.
Yeah, it's either the third or fourth.
Which company was the one that got rid of? Oh, it's Activision, wasn't it? Got rid of its online security group.
Yeah, Activision. Hence why all the Call of Duty games are just absolutely massive hacks, and especially if you try and play on PC, it's just hacks, and it's terrible.
I mean, granted, recently they did release a patch that fixed a lot of the things, but still.
Yeah. Just a few months ago, we reported a wave of employees angry at Ubisoft Montreal after the company announced a mandatory return to office for most employees. Employees reported having been reassured repeatedly they could remain remote indefinitely. Yes, that's what they did. Yes. That was one of the things. They basically told their staff that they could work from home and they wouldn't have to worry about anything. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they changed their mind and was like, no, you have to work in the office.
And again, this will be a situation where they'll probably hire a bunch of people that live nowhere near Montreal. Like, even if they live in Canada. Canada's not exactly small. Actually, was it Square area? It is actually one of the biggest. It's bigger than the United States. Just hardly. It's a lot of it is just no one lives in it.
Yeah. Ubisoft's most recent earnings report included quarterly net bookings of €554.8 million. That's roughly about $584.1 million, and they're up 36.6% year over year.
So they've made
with a
more money.
Record launch reported for the Crew Motorfest. So they're actually up. They've made
making
profit.
They so they're making more money.
Yeah.
And they decide to the accurate response to that is to fire people.
Yep. Ubisoft.
The triple A game industry. As a whole.
You know what? With these videos, I need to learn how to like edit things and just like be like, whenever we talk about Ubisoft, just have like, I don't know, you know the Five Nights at Freddy's, the party theme with the kids going, yeah. I need to get that. I need to figure out how to do things and stuff
actually start editing.
Yeah, actually start editing videos. I just don't have time with work and everything. It's just hard. Anyway, back to this. The company announced that in May that it was partnering with an NFT firm to create 3D printed Assassin's Creed NFTs. At the time, no release date for the collectibles was given
because they're not going to get released because the NFT market has literally died a death. It is literally like you can't get any rock bottom than what it is. It's ridiculous.
So this is what they are. The collectibles consist of tiny cubes,
yes,
with customizable figures of Assassin's Creed characters inside,
yes,
which are embedded with an NFC chip that will supposedly connect to an unreleased companion app in the future. Each cube costs $100.
Yep.
Wow. Yep. Okay.
Somehow, I think they announced it, expected a giant demand for them, and was very surprised when a giant demand didn't come.
Today's layoffs at Ubisoft continue an ongoing wave of mass industry layoffs that have impacted thousands of jobs in the last year and change. Recent companies that have initiated such reductions include Bungie, Epic Games, Telltale Games, Team 17, CD Projekt, and numerous Embracer Group properties, including the shutdown of Saints Row reboot developer Violation.
Yeah. Right, so two things. First things first, this is the AAA game industry, so it doesn't matter how well your company does, you will lay people off to make more money and please the shareholders, a la Activision Blizzard. Secondly, the whole Embracer Group thing, that is basically happening because they expanded too quickly.
Yep.
And now they're in deep shit, so they're having to close a whole bunch of stuff that they bought, and it sucks for the people that are being fired and losing their jobs.
Yeah.
It really does, because again, the people that will be losing their jobs, very few of them will actually be like responsible for the situation. I mean, hell, Ubisoft are making more money. How the fuck do you work for a company that makes more money than they did the year before and expect to be fired?
Oh, he can't buy that extension on his yacht.
He's Gullimon. Jesus.
He can't buy the extra yacht.
Honest to God.
Keeping with the layoffs.
Awful employers.
Yeah, keeping with the layoffs, we're moving on. Digital Bros, the parent company of 505 Games, and a number of other gaming subsidiaries, has announced an organisational review that will see it lay off around 30% of its workforce. As per its own recent figures, Digital Bro currently employs 442 people across the company, meaning its newly announced layoffs will likely impact around 130 workers globally. The company says it's making the cuts after reviewing projects across its development studios and publishing units, which include 505, Assetto Corsa developer, Kunos, whatever that says, Puzzle Quest Studio, Infinity Plus 2, and Terraria mobile developer DR Studios, in order to align with the evolving competitive environment and ensure maximum operational efficiency.
Oh yes, efficiency. Yeah.
We
will fire more people so that we are more efficient, because we will do less with less people. That's efficiency.
Yeah, pretty much. So in a statement, the video game market has evolved since the pandemic to be more selective in terms of new games. Digital Bros wrote in a press release accompanying today's announcement of layoffs. With consumers increasingly reverting to well-established intellectual properties and playing these same games for longer periods, that's because the games are longer, but anyway, following its market assessment and sweeping job cuts, Digital Bros says it will adopt a new strategy that that will see it focus on sequels and new versions of previously successful and established games.
Oh, so stagnation
with,
then.
with a limited number of new larger budget productions. You're fucking digital bros. What do you want about? You're not Activision who are spending like $5 million on a fucking DLC.
I'm literally like, the thing is, right, everyone goes on about how like the PS2 generation, so the PS2 Xbox generation that came out is one of the best, like we keep going on about how the PS2 has one of the greatest libraries of games ever. How many of those games would not be made now? SSX would not be made in this day and age.
No, I wouldn't.
And it's like SSX is one of the greatest sports style games, snowboarding games ever made. SSX 2 is just glorious. SSX 3 is the pinnacle of snowboarding games. You can't get any better than that. You can try, but you can't get better than it. We had the Burnout series. I know, but I've quoted off 2 EA franchises, but still. The Burnout, God of War. Like, there's so many games that came out around that time that if you think about it, if the thought processes of today were implemented then, these games wouldn't be made. Beyond Good and Evil.
Time Splitters.
Oh my god, Time Splitters. Like, do they not understand like that the best games are the ones that innovate and bring something new to the table? Like, for example, Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, it's a sequel, but it adds so much to what had come before. It is so in it, and like, you just have to look at the indie scene as well.
Aye.
Well,
that's the thing. The indie scene is where all the innovation's coming from now.
Yeah, I know.
Especially in games, a lot of them.
Like,
there's not many, like...
Dawnkeeper, Slay the Spire.
World of Horror.
Oh my god, World of Horror.
Fear and Hunger. Which is just taking Twitch by storm at the moment. You can't go anywhere without seeing Fear.
That's because people like watching people suffer.
You can't go anywhere without watching.
The Fear and Hunger is because people like watching other people suffer.
I've been watching.
That game is cruel.
I've been watching Fear and Hunger 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's definitely a game I wouldn't be able to play.
No.
I'd just get annoyed at it and just be like, nope, not coming back. See you later. Bye.
Bye. F you. You know how I win the game? I turn the fucking thing off.
I'm trying to think. What did they make? What games are they known for?
I know they make a fair few but I can't bring a name to it. I'm sure.
Doesn't really say.
Anyway, but again, like they're the umbrella though, aren't they? They're not the developers. They're like the publishers, sort of thing.
Yeah, they like own a bunch of studios.
Yeah. Like Embracer Group.
Yeah.
I just feel sorry for all the people that are losing their jobs because it's like I said before, it's probably not their fault.
No.
And while like the stuff like Embracer Group, who have clearly basically bloated too big and too fast, and therefore to balance the books they probably have to do what they're doing now, because we all said it when they went and bought all those studios.
Yeah.
Are you doing this a bit too fast? You're not Microsoft. You don't have the infinite well of money that that Microsoft has. But like Ubisoft is like, you're making more. This is what annoys me the most about like the current, and it's not just in the gaming sphere. It's like major corporations and in whole. Like, for example, people like it's the animation studios are going through the same sort of thing where people are being laid off, and it's like some of them are like, you're making more money and you're firing people. Like, what is fucking wrong with you? Like, not even having success is enough to make sure your job is secure. Dear fucking God.
And on to the next lot. Amazon Games has also... Amazon has become the latest firm to cut jobs in the gaming industry, slashing 180 roles amid a restructure. The internet giant, which owns game streaming site Twitch, is also shutting down its own channel on the platform after it struggled to gain popularity. Well, yeah. Anyway, these are the latest cuts to hit the gaming industry in 2023, which has seen around 6,500 job losses.
Yeah.
All together.
Yeah, I know. Amazon, Amazon, the company that literally makes money faster than
but it doesn't have to do anything.
By not doing anything, it makes money. Like this is the pinnacle of you use the money that you make from here to fund your project over here, so that it doesn't. So that
yeah, but again, Jeff Bezos wants to go into space. He needs money to build another rocket.
Look, can him and Elon just
Just get onto a rocket together.
The same rocket and just go off to Mars. Can they just go off and colonize Mars? All the rich fucking dickheads that are fucking up this planet, can they all fuck off to Mars? Because that's what they want to do. They want to fuck up this planet and then leave it. Can they all fuck off to Mars now? Let us people that are stuck here, who actually want to live on this planet, and actually want this planet to be, livable for a future, fix all the shit they're causing. And, you never know. It might be an actually better place.
In the last 6 months, games companies... In spite of the year seeing the release of hit games from franchises including Zelda... Oh, yeah, Zelda came out as well.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. Spider-Man and Mario. In the last 6 months, game companies including Fortnite, maker Epic, Assassin's Creed developer Ubisoft, and Pokemon Go creator Niantic have all announced cuts.
Now, as you've stated, the companies that have released those games are not mentioned as the ones that are letting people go.
Yeah.
Niantic is one of those companies that stumbled upon a good thing in Pokemon Go, then fucked that good thing with its monetization, and now can't repeat the lightning in the bottle.
Yeah.
And are now...
Because they tried to do something else, didn't they? They tried to make a new...
The Harry Potter.
Yes, they tried to do Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And that didn't do as well.
No.
I'm pretty sure they were doing a Monster Hunter one as well.
Yeah, possibly. But the problem with Niantic is all the good faith they had for the Pokemon game, for Pokemon fan base, they kind of burnt it when they introduced all the different transactions and microtransactions and bullshit monetization in that game.
Yeah.
It's an absolute fucking shit show. The amount of stuff they want you to buy in that game is stupid.
Amazon Games was founded in 2012, initially to make games for mobile devices, but it has since branched out into bigger titles, including the online games New World and Lost Ark. Both games have not done great for Amazon.
No.
New World's gotten better. Give it its due. It has actually gotten better, especially with the I think there's a new update. I think it's either out or it's very soon.
I think the problem is that the like with all live services, it's the vital period of launch didn't go great, and so obviously a lot of people went. It basically turned off a lot of people after they was like, oh yeah, there's endgame. What's that? What endgame? What's an endgame? Let's say what's endgame content?
Yeah, pretty much.
What is that?
Where was in 2022, the firm announced it would publish a new single-player game based on the iconic franchise Tomb Raider, and in May it said it was developing a game based on the Lord of the Rings. Now, if I remember correctly, the Lord of the Rings is going to be an online game.
Yes.
If I remember correctly. In an email to staff seen by the BBC, Amazon said the cuts were part of a restructuring effort. Mm-hmm. After our initial restructuring in April, it became clear that we needed to focus our resources even more on the areas that are growing with the highest potential to drive our businesses forward, wrote Amazon Games Vice President Christopher Hartman. But he also said the firm was recruiting for other positions in the gaming division. What? which you're letting people go, but you're recruiting.
Yeah. Well, welcome to. Honestly, God, it's the same sort of fucking lack of fucking common sense and decency that the civil service in most countries has. Yes, we're going to save money by firing a bunch of people and then hiring agency workers to do what the people we fired for. Is that not more expensive? Yes, but it doesn't come out of the wage bill. So technically, we're cutting the wage bill.
Yeah, pretty much. The article goes on basically.
False economics.
Yeah, basically, what's happened. Part of the reason for all these layoffs is during the pandemic, or during the big C word that we're not allowed to say on YouTube for some bizarre reason. More people. The gaming industry had a massive surge in sales. Right?
Yes, because people were buying.
Yes, because people were buying games and they were using it not only to entertain themselves, but they were to connect with their friends and do things. Right?
Yeah, do things together when they couldn't go to the pub and do something.
What happened is a lot of these studios, specifically the AAA ones,
hired too many people.
They invested a lot into getting more developers and all this sort of stuff. To either make new games or to work on. If you were Activision, you were just working on Call of Duty. Ubisoft, you were just making another Assassin's Creed game. Or you
were
get
just
the
making
idea.
another open world.
Yeah, you get the idea. And obviously, because the gaming industry had a surge in what the fuck's it called? My brain is not working today. Sales. We'll say sales. An influx in sales, so they were making much more money. Obviously, we're not in the pandemic anymore.
No.
So obviously, that profit that they were making, they're not making that profit anymore.
No.
So.
And instead of going, well, we expected this downturn, but we're still making a profit, so it's all good. They go, oh no, we didn't make the exact same profit we did last year. We must fire a bunch of people.
That is pretty much what's happened. That's where all these layoffs are really coming from now. Yeah. They're coming from. They've hired far too many people, thinking that they're still going to make that money even after the pandemic. Well, even after, because technically we're still COVID's still around.
Yeah,
like we haven't got rid of it.
No, it's just
we can look after ourselves now.
Yeah,
we don't have to. The fact that they generally thought they were still going to make that money even after. Lockdown.
Well, it again falls down to the people who make the actual decisions don't understand the market their company's in.
And unfortunately, this means
people get laid off. Yeah, it sucks, really does.
I do hope that these people can get another job.
I know, because no one deserves to be unemployed, because it is a fucking fate worse than that.
I do hope that the people who did work for these companies never had to experience. I know that most likely they did.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that they didn't have to deal with crunch or any harassment.
Oh,
I know they did, but there's a part of me that's just
the people that
please at least give them they had a decent workplace.
Especially Ubisoft. I would not be surprised. I'll be disappointed, but not surprised, if down the line it turns out the people that the vast majority of people that were fired were people who wouldn't put up with the shit quietly.
Yeah, that
wouldn't be surprised, because the AAA game industry is an absolutely terrible place and deserves to be burnt from the inside out.
Because we've already had Modern Warfare 3 has already come out and been they worked ridiculous hours on that to get it ready for launch, and
especially when they were first told when they were under the impression at first that it was going to be DLC, not an entire fucking game. I mean, granted,
it's still DLC.
It's still DLC. Just Activision Blizzard want to.
I just can't believe. I generally can't believe they've wiped my Modern Warfare 2. apparently I've got Modern Warfare 3.
But you haven't.
The thing is, right, so if I'm playing with my friends in Warzone, right, and you check your friends list on yours, under my name, it'll say I'm playing COD 3.
Yeah.
It's like...
Oh, no, that's the thing, right? Because obviously Warzone's for free, so I could download Warzone again, right? It'll show me as playing Call of Duty 3.
It's like, I don't have Call of Duty 3. I don't want it. I'm not paying like 90 quid for a zombie mode, which apparently is okay.
Yeah, I've seen people play
not,
it. It's not... It is... I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be your stereotypical...
I like the idea of basically... the idea is, like, the harder zombies are in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
You start off
on the
edge,
fringes and work your way in.
With it being like DMZ, so you still have to, like, helicopter out, so you have to do missions to get better gear.
To then go in.
To then end up going into the thing. I like that idea. I just think...
The problem I have is the map is basically the Warzone map.
Yes. It's the new one, though. It's the new Warzone map.
It is the new Warzone map. But the problem is that the Warzone map's been designed for Warzone.
Yes.
Not this.
Yes.
Which means it's not going to be...
Well, it's going to be Zombies DMZ.
Yeah.
Because DMZ is just... It's the Warzone map.
And... The issue is like zombies, the zombies fan base do like what they want is the old school zombie experience of here's a neat,
here's a map,
compact, well designed map with places to go to and unlock and progress through.
Kino der Sortum. Just give us that.
Kino der Torten.
Just give us that map again.
Oshino Numa.
Oshino Numa. Just give us those maps. I'm fine with
that. And then it gets gradually harder and harder. It's like, how far can you go? And there's not that.
No. But moving on.
Yes.
Shall we move on? Okay, so this is basically just a little filler because we are going to be talking about the biggest thing that came out this last week. But I like this is one of my favourite games, so I'm going to talk about it anyway. Persona 3 release window revealed by Atlas Leaker.
Yes.
Did I say Persona 3?
Yeah, you did say
Persona 6, sorry. Persona 6. We know when Persona 3 is coming out. That's in February. God. I've ordered the...
I love that because the article you've got, there's a picture of... Persona 5, which
it just says Persona 6.
And I'm like...
Well, there's still 2 more Persona 5 games.
Well, yeah, you've got the... What, has the rhythm action game come out yet?
What?
The rhythm game.
Yeah, that came out ages ago.
We've had the rhythm game, we've had the beat 'em up.
We've had the Strikers. Persona so there's the dance game.
We've had the dance game. We've had the...
Persona Strikers came out, which is like the Dynasty Warriors sort of thing. Which is really good, actually.
Yeah, we haven't had the beat 'em up yet, have we?
No,
yeah, we've had that.
Persona Ultimate? Persona Arena. That's what it's called.
The Arena game.
Persona Arena, yeah. That it doesn't have anybody from Persona 5 in it.
Yeah, I know, but
they have upgraded the last one that came out. It's like Persona Arena X or something like that, and it's got a lot. But anyway, we've had that, and the new one, which is the Tacticus.
Yeah, the tactical one, which isn't out yet.
Which isn't out yet, comes out very soon. I will be buying that.
Yes.
That, and because I want to get the new Yakuza game. The man who raised his name.
Yes.
I want that.
Yes.
Because I've got all the Yakuza games, or I should say like a Dragon games now. Apart from Machine, I don't have that. You have that.
I know. Yeah. If you ever want to play it, just tell us.
Yeah, I need to. No, I need to get it because it needs to go in with
all the
rest of them. It needs to go with the rest of them. But apparently, there's another 2 Persona games coming out before we even get Persona 6.
Yeah.
Persona 6 is reportedly set to be released in 2025, but its reveal time is still undecided, according to a well-known Atlas leaker. Oh my!
In other words, they want to make a Persona 6 game. They're probably at the very
No. Atlas are doing what Atlas always do. Oh, we've released this incredibly popular game. Let's milk it for everything it's worth. Let's get every penny we can out of this fucking thing.
And then we start working
on
it.
And then we release the next one.
Yeah.
What
I'm saying is Persona 6, if it is actually a thing, it is probably only. It's not even. There's not even like actual like concept game thing or anything. It is literally just.
We are going to make
stuff on paper. It is literally just stuff on paper, like ideas.
Yeah, most likely.
It's probably just at the idea phase, if that.
So at the moment we have what we know of. We've got the Phantom X, which is a mobile spin-off. Because of course,
good for them.
Which is supposed to come out sometime next year.
You know, we really shouldn't shit on a game every time it says, "Oh, it's coming out on mobile," but. The mobile market really does have...
It's getting better.
It's getting better. It's still full of shovelware.
There's still a lot of shovelware, but there's been a lot of like good games come out recently. Ark Knights, Nikkei is pretty good, even if it is for degenerates. Genshin is a mobile game.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know...
I mean, Nikkei it has a bakery. Let's all be honest.
It has a bakery. You know... So there are games on there that are pretty good. Warhammer Tacticus is pretty good. Warhammer 40k, I should say.
Yeah,
Tacticus, that's a pretty good game. Its monetization is not great, but it's still a decent game. And that sort of thing. So we need to be a little bit kinder to mobile games now.
I think it's just its reputation. It still needs a lot of work.
I mean, you just have to say Raid.
Yeah.
Now, it's like Raid Shadow Legends. One day we shall be sponsored by Raid. That is the dream.
No, in our luck, we'll start getting sponsored around them the day before they go under.
No, they won't go under. It'll just be like literally nobody plays Raid anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, we get on the bandwagon too late.
So
as always.
So our promo code just won't earn us any money.
No.
Whatsoever.
At all.
But anyway, moving on. The Persona 5, the Phantom X mobile spin-off, and rumoured party-based Persona game codenamed Asa are still targeting a 2024 release, as per the same source. So I don't know what this party game is, but...
I mean...
if I'm honest, what I kind of want it to be is just Mario Party.
That's what I'm thinking. This was the thing. It's like the only other things they could do is like a Mario Party with all the Persona characters that they've had since the start, or a Mario Kart game.
No, I don't want a Mario Kart game.
I know that. No, I'm just saying that's the only way they could go.
I think
extra.
I think I would go for a Mario Party game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario Party, the test of every friendship.
Yes. The Insider also reiterated that Alice is already working on another Shin Megami Tensei game.
Ooh.
That could be anything, though. The amount of games that have the Shin Megami Tensei title on it literally could be anything.
I mean, hell, Persona started out as a Shin.
Yeah, exactly. They all started. A lot of the games started out as a Shin Megami Tensei, and they just kind of sort of like moved on. Persona 6 is targeting a 2025 release window, according to a well-known Atlas leak out there. Claim matches an early September report from another industry insider that suggested Persona 6 release plans were pushed back to 2025. That doesn't really surprise me. 2025 sounds like a good year, because how many years is that now for Persona 5?
4 or 5?
Roughly about 4 or 5. It's at least a generation old now. Persona.
Yeah, we go because it came out on the
PS4.
Yeah. So maybe. But you know, the caveat to all this is it is only rumors. It's only leaks.
Always say these.
It could be completely utterly wrong.
Yeah, I always say these with a pinch of salt.
Very big pinch of salt.
Yeah.
But. Something to look forward to. I mean, Atlas would be stupid not to make another Persona game.
Oh no, they're going to make another Persona game.
We know they're going to eventually make a Persona 6. It's just when.
Persona's like their moneymaker.
Yeah.
And the thing about Atlas is, Atlas, like I said, Atlas will make a game, specifically Persona game, and then they will milk that game until it's no longer making really like a profit.
Yeah. Now my question is, what colour is it going to be?
Right. So if you've got to take away 1 and 2 because those two
didn't have the colour scheme.
Didn't really have the colour scheme, nor did they have the the sort of social aspect and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. Because Persona 3 was what brought that in. Right, so we have had blue.
Blue, yellow, and red.
We've had gold and red.
Yeah.
So we could have green.
Yeah.
We could have purple.
Mm-hmm.
We could have
Pink.
pink. I think with this one being quite energetic, this one, because Persona 3 is very depressing.
Yes.
Hence blue.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. The color is usually relevant to the tones
Yeah.
and the
to basically, because they didn't want to do the exact same game, they changed Persona 4 from being quite a downer game into a
much more
happy and much more
upbeat.
much more
Even though, if you
approachable.
think about it, the content in that game is dark as fuck.
Oh yeah, it's very dark. Persona's very dark. It's a very dark game, is Persona, but
Persona is very dark.
it likes to hide it. Likes to hide it with all its anime and stuff like that.
Catchy supermarket tunes.
Yeah, that's true. I do like Persona's soundtrack is always good. I'm gonna go with, I think, because we've had like yellow, gold, and red and black, pretty much. I reckon we're gonna maybe go like a green.
I was about to say
like a dark green, and
I'd probably say we might go green as the predominant colour.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell the green will stand for, we don't know.
well, it's whatever it stands for in Japan.
That's very true.
Because blue in Japan is the colour they use to represent like death and depression and that sort of stuff. Gold is for luck and happiness and that sort of stuff. Red is rebellion and something else. I think it's anger. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure anger is like a Western thing for red.
Yeah, it might be.
But I know in Japan, red is to do with like rebellious and all that sort of stuff. So whatever green, whatever the color green represents in Japanese, that'll be the theme of the game.
Yeah. That is very true. So if we've got that right, we get to do the told you so sound dance.
Yeah. But yeah, right. Anyway, we shall now move on to the main event.
The pièce de resistance of today's chat.
I was going to go to just the Game Awards website and do it that way, but my tablet doesn't like. I need a new tablet. Yeah. My tablet does not like it, so we've gone to Variety.
Because they have a list of everyone.
Because they've got a list. Okay, right. So the Game Awards. The nominees have come out. Shall we start at the bottom and make our way to the top?
Might as well. The actual Game Awards are December 7th? Question mark?
Yes.
I wasn't sure. I know it's December, I just couldn't remember the exact date. December 7th, so that'll be whatever chat happens after the December 7th one will be the chat about who won what. We already have an idea of who's going to be winning certain things. I tell you something,
a Game of the Year is going to be, I'm pretty sure
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win it, but it looks tasty. One's up there.
It's a good fight.
Right, so we shall start with the things that we generally don't care about. Best esports event. League of Legends World Championship. Blast TV Paris Major. I don't even know what that is. EVO. It's EVO. The International Dota 2 Championship and the Valorant Championship.
Well, we go Evo all the time.
We always say Evo.
We say Evo because it's always Evo. Because even though, sometimes it's the main events, there's always at least one tournament that is hype as fuck.
Right, we're not doing esports coach, esports team, and esports athlete because they don't deserve to be. You should not be in this fucking thing. Right, content creator of the year. This is where we're going to start now. Iron Mouse, People Make Games, Quackity, Spree, and Cypher PX.
So,
we're fans of Iron Mouse.
Yes, we are.
So I'm going to say Iron Mouse.
I
do not follow any of the other.
The
gremlin.
Yeah, the little gremlin, the little mouse of iron. We're gonna go for her. Her fan base is amazingly wholesome and.
Okay, so this right. This year for the Game Awards, I'm generally interested on who's going to win a lot of the awards because a lot of them are quite good.
Yeah.
Right? This one's one of the ones that I'm looking to. I think I know who's going to win it, but like the games in there is just like, wow. So, most anticipated game.
Ooh.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is the one that I think is gonna win.
Probably.
Hades 2, which could possibly win.
Yeah.
I am hyped as fuck for Hades 2. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
Oh, the sequel to 6. Is it 6 or 7?
Not 6.
The one that basically became a turn-based strategy.
Yeah, that one.
Turn-based RPG.
That one's just called Like a Dragon.
Like a Dragon.
Yeah,
the sequel to Like a Dragon.
Yeah. Star Wars Outlaws, I'm not fussed.
No.
And Tekken 8.
Ooh.
Have you seen? It's 32 characters.
Yeah, I know the roster. The roster is
It is
amazing.
massive.
The roster is fucking huge. I'm like, yes, please give me more. I mean, my boy is not there.
Your boy's not. He's never gonna come.
He's never gonna come.
He's never gonna come
My
back.
Big Dusong, my boy, is never gonna show up ever again, and I'm like, I'm sad. I'm really sad about that. But that's fine because I want them to announce Tifa now.
So I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's gonna win this.
Yeah,
just because of what we've seen.
Yeah, what we've seen
ridiculous.
and what everyone who has actually got hands on with a playable version of the game has been saying is like, yeah, this.
I've
is
been watching
Maximilian.
I watched Maximilian Dude's videos on like the stuff that he's played, and I'm like, I want this game.
This game's gonna be amazing.
I want it. But
I mean, to be honest,
I
don't know how. Like, this game is going to be fucking huge as well for the amount of stuff.
That's on 2 discs.
Yeah. It's going to be huge. Like, how much stuff is in it?
I'm worried that I'm going to have to get another PlayStation just to fit the game on.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about that.
I'm a little bit worried about that.
We have 2 No. Right. So what you do is you basically just tell it to be on your actual internal hard drive, not the 2 terabytes that you got.
And just move everything to your 2 terabytes.
Yeah.
Right.
Or vice versa.
Like a Dragon... Infinite Wealth, right? They've recently an interview with the director of the game has come out, and apparently like it's like 3 times the size of like a normal Yakuza game.
I know it's like it's for the first time. We're leaving Japan.
We're going to America.
We're going to America now. We don't know. I don't know if it's Hawaii or California. I think it's Hawaii. Hawaii makes more sense.
I think it's Hawaii. Although it wouldn't surprise me if it was California.
Again, it wouldn't surprise me if it was California either. But
although it might be like, because Kamurocho is a sort of mix of different areas of Tokyo for the game, they might do the same here.
Yeah, but it's mostly based on the Kamurocho in Tokyo.
Yeah, I know that. But what I'm saying is like Kamurocho and Tokyo doesn't have a.
The thing is like California and Hawaii are so distinct. There's no way you could mash those two together.
Yeah, true.
So it may end up being both. You do Hawaii and go to California, but because with them saying it's their biggest one ever. But still,
and then
Like a Dragon was an absolutely fun roller coaster ride of a game. I just want to know how the hell he ends up there. That's what I want to know. It's like how does he end up butt naked on an American beach?
That is a good question. Yeah, for me, it's probably between Final Fantasy and Hades.
Hades 2 looks. I mean, even if it's half the game Hades was, it's a great game. It'll be a great game. So.
Okay, right. So, on to the awards.
Yes.
Best multiplayer game: Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I want Party Animals to win this.
I think Party Animals should win it. It's
I like Baldur's Gate 3 as a multiplayer, but I look at it and I go, this is more of a single player.
It's a with
multiplayer kind of just put in there.
Attached to it. I mean, still, it's
still
fun.
Good.
Yeah, it's fun with it, but
I just want Party Animals to win it just because, like, I do not want Diablo 4. I want Party Animals to beat Diablo. That's what
Diablo
I want.
4 does not deserve to win a single fucking thing. I know some people will be very upset about that hot take, but
shut up, man. Get over it.
Yeah. Go kiss Activision goodnight.
So yeah, I think Party Animals, possibly Baldur's Gate 3, possibly Super Mario Bros.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder is actually, from what people I've heard, is actually a very, very good game. So yeah, it might be. It might be good.
Best sports game: EA Sports FC.
No.
F1 23.
Do you know what? I would have said yes, but no. There's too many similarities to the previous game. There's not enough difference.
Forza Motorsport.
Forza might get it,
Forza might get it, I think so. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. And the Crew Motorfest. I want Hot Wheels to win.
Hot Wheels would be fun.
I want Hot Wheels to beat Forza.
Yes.
Because it'd just be funny.
Yes.
It would just be... I lost to Hot Wheels.
I think Forza should get it. I have a feeling EA FC bullshit is going to get it.
Yeah. After that, we've got the best sim strategy game. So we've got Advanced Wars, the Reboot Camp. City Skylines 2.
Ooh.
Company of Heroes 3.
No, City Skylines 2. I mean, to be honest, I would... The thing is like, city builders and strategy games are completely different.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're in the same.
I know they're in because it's simulation, strategy simulation.
We've got Fire Emblem Engage, which probably won't win it, and Pikmin 4.
Ooh, do you know what? Pikmin 4 or City Skylines 2. One of those two deserves to win it. I'll be happy with either one of those.
I want Pikmin 4 to win for the dog.
Yes.
I'm very professional, as you can see. My phone is going off.
It'll be your blooming WhatsApp group for your work.
It'll be my work, yeah. My work will be going on and on and on about stuff.
You need to mute it, but the problem is the moment you mute it is when something that you actually need to
that I actually have to answer. Right, best family game. Disney Illusion Island.
This is going to be... What's the Nintendo game on
it? There's actually only two. Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, or Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder is going to win it.
Most likely, yes.
I would love Party Animals because it's such a fun game.
After that, we've got Best Fighting Game. So, we've got God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1.
No.
Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl 2.
No.
Pocket Bravery and Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6.
I think it's between
Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6 and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2.
Possibly, but Street Fighter 6. Hands down, Street Fighter 6. The game is just such a revelation in the series. It is amazing.
I think we know which one's going to win this game. Best RPG. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, Starfield.
Baldur's Gate 3, considering Baldur's Gate 3 is in the Game of the Year contender.
Yeah, so Baldur's Gate 3 should win that one. Best Action Adventure Game. Now, this one is very good. This one's tight. This one's good. All of them have a legitimate sort of deserves to win it. Alan Wake 2, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4.
Oh God.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
So I can tell you this: the ones that aren't on the Game of the Year one aren't winning it.
Yeah. So Alan Wake 2,
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Alan Wake. Yeah. So it's between those two.
It's between those two because those two are up for. I mean, we're spoiling the nominations for the Game of the Year, but it's like.
To be fair, if you look up anything on the Game Awards, the first nominees that are shown are the Game of the Year.
Yeah.
So as soon as you load it up, you'll see it.
Yeah. So everyone pretty much.
You'll know already. Right, so it's between Spider-Man 2 and Alan Wake 2. I'm going to assume you're going to go with Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
I think Alan Wake 2.
I think both.
But like I said, all those games have a legitimate claim.
All of them do have a legitimate claim. I think in regards to what we've said, is that it's either going to be Alan Wake or Spider-Man 2. If either one of those wins, it's just a deserved win.
Yeah.
That is a packed nominee group.
This one's also kind of packed. This maybe one of them I probably doesn't really stand much of a chance, but it's nice that it's been nominated. So best action game, Armored Core 6.
Okay.
Dead Island 2.
Okay.
Which is the one that I think isn't going to win it, but it's nice that it's been nominated.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
So Ghost Runner 2.
Yeah, I've seen people play that.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh God, yeah, that was this year.
Yep, and Remnant 2. That was this year as well.
Oh God,
this one's a stacked one.
That is stacked. I probably think Armored Core 6 is going to get that. Armored Core 6 should get it.
Remnant 2. I love Remnant just too much to not say.
I think I would not be disappointed if Remnant 2 got it, but
Armored Core 6.
I've played both. Armored Core 6 is just... I don't know, maybe I'm a little biased because I love mecha, but like, it is everything you want in a mecha game. It is just so damn good.
Best... after that, we've got the best VR or AR game. So I'm going to leave this one to you because I can't play VR. Gran Turismo 7, Humanity, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Resident Evil Village VR mode, and Synapse.
Ooh, Synapse is that one. Ooh, that's going to be quite difficult, that one. I mean, I haven't played all of them. Gran Turismo 7 VR is really good. It is really impressive.
I'm going to go with Resident Evil Village.
I think Village is going to get it.
I'm going to go with Village because I know
if Synapse or
Humanity. I think Humanity
actually Horizon as well. If Synapse, Horizon or Humanity get it, it's another one of those where it's like each one of them in their own right deserves it. Gran Turismo 7 I don't think should, because while it's cool in VR, there's not that much difference.
Yeah. Best mobile game: Final Fantasy 7 Ever Crisis,
no.
Honkai Star Rail, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Monster Hunter Now, and Terra Nil.
Do you know what? Just for it to be very funny, it won't happen, but Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty.
Because Final Fantasy 7 Forever Crisis, it's a gacha, so therefore, no.
I think Honkai's going to win it.
Honkai Star Rail's probably going to get it.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with a gacha as long as the game's good.
Yes, but Forever Crisis, remember, was supposed to be all the Final Fantasy 7 storyline.
I know.
When it was first built, and then it for us to be told, oh yeah, it's just a gacha. I'm like, I don't want this now anymore.
Best debut indie game: Cocoon, Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, Viewfinder.
Ooh, Cocoon's a really good game.
Pizza Tower's not bad.
Pizza Tower is a very good platformer. I'd probably say you would probably think Pizza Tower because you are partial to your 2D platformers. Again, this is another one. I'd probably say between Pizza Tower and Cocoon.
Well, with this next interview, thing, I'd be surprised if Pizza Tower wins it. Best independent game: Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Sea of Stars, Viewfinder.
Now, Dave the Diver, I'm pretty sure had a actual
Sea
publisher.
of Stars should win this.
Yeah.
Sea of Stars.
Sea of Stars is an amazing RPG.
It's a very, very good game.
I've actually got
you know what? I think it's going to be between Sea of Stars and Dave the Diver.
Possibly. Yeah.
I could be wrong, but who knows? Best community support. Now, I have a problem with this. Can you see the problem? Or would you like me to point it out?
I mean, for a small audience, don't you point out the glaring obvious areas.
Okay, so here are the nominees for Best Community Support: Baldur's Gate 3,
understandable,
Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, and No Man's Sky. Which game should not be there?
Which one's the odd one out? Baldur's Gate 3, who responded to community feedback on multiple things, including the shaving of the cat, because originally the cat was supposed to be furry. He was supposed to have like a wonderful fur, but there was a bug, meaning he was naked. Which, I can't remember what breed of cat that is, but it basically made him look like that. And then they fixed it, and all the fan base went, "No,
bring him back
to what he was." So they did.
No, it's Bungie.
Yes.
Bungie should not be.
Bungie is the big. So I was going to go through them all. Is it No Man's Sky, who has years of reputation now of listening to community feedback and interacting with the community and giving awesome stuff for them to do, or is it Bungie, who have monetized their game to death, alienated the entire community to the point that everyone hates it. Yeah, no. If Bungie wins this, they've paid for that.
Oh, yeah, they've bought
that thing. I had a feeling Baldur's Gate 3 might win it, but I think what's the other one?
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk
And Final Fantasy 14.
I think it's going to be between.
For me, it's between Final Fantasy and No Man's Sky.
Yeah, one of those two, or
possibly
Baldur's Gate. One of those.
After that, we've got Best Ongoing Game. Apex Legends, Cyberpunk 2077, which is a bit weird. I don't understand why.
It's because they've released the 2.0 and...
Yeah, but that's not an ongoing. That's just...
I know, but it's because they've been... Yeah.
That's not ongoing. They're just updated games. That's not... Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. Cyberpunk just doesn't fit there.
No, it doesn't. I know. It's because all the others are live services. Cyberpunk is not really a live service.
Me personally, it's between Genshin Impact and Final Fantasy.
I think Genshin might get it because of the fact that it's Fontaine's just come out.
Yeah. And it's very good.
It is very good.
After that, we've got Games for Impact, A Space for the Unbound, Chance for Senar, Goodbye Volcano High, sorry. Tetsuya, I think I pronounced that right, I could be wrong. Terra Nil or Vemba. For me, Goodbye Volcano High. I really liked it. I thought it was really good.
I think Goodbye Volcano High. Again, this is the award that we usually don't have as much input on.
I know 2 of the games.
But...
Well, no, actually, no, I tell a lie. I know 3 of the games.
Yeah.
I know Goodbye Volcano High. I know that Tetsuya, which is that African game, which is pretty good. And Terra Nil, I know.
Yeah, but the award isn't necessarily about what's the best game. Yeah. It's about the themes and how they present and so on. I think Goodbye Volcano High because it is a very well done story. But again, I think any one of them, they're all great for being nominated, and I wouldn't be disappointed whichever one gets it.
We've got Innovation in Accessibility.
So this is your stuff like your extra...
Yeah, this is like the award that Last of Us
2. Basically created.
Yeah, pretty much.
For what they did.
So, we've got Diablo 4, Forza Motorsports, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, and Street Fighter 6.
Do you know what I think is going to be between Marvel Spider-Man and Hi-Fi Rush?
You think?
From what they've done. I can't say much about Mortal Kombat 1 because I haven't seen what their like options are.
Yeah.
But I've literally got Spider-Man 2 recently, and I've been going through all the options. There's a lot.
Oh yeah. Best Performance. Ben Starr, Final Fantasy 16. I think he's Clyde.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's Clyde. Cameron Monaghan, I can never pronounce his name. Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Cal.
He's Cal. He also played the Joker in Gotham. That's where he got his big break. Not the Joker, sorry. He played... what was his name?
Basically the Joker.
Basically Gotham's version of the Joker.
All but name.
But they weren't allowed to use the Joker, so they gave him a different name. They gave him a different name. Idris Elba, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. Melina LeBird, I apologise if I pronounced your name wrong. Alan Wake 2, I'm pretty sure she's the FBI lass.
Yeah.
Neil Newburn, Baldur's Gate 3.
Was that... I'm
pretty sure that's Astarion.
Yeah, Astarion, yeah.
And Yuri Lowenthal, Marvel Spider-Man 2. I don't know who she plays.
That must be MJ?
Possibly. Who knows?
I think it's Neil Newborn.
I think it's between Idris Elba and Neil Newborn.
Neil Newborn. Astarion is
watching, because I've been watching people play the Phantom Liberty stuff.
Yeah.
And the stuff with Idris Elba is really good.
Like, I mean, it is
Idris Elba.
It is Idris Elba.
Like, it's really good. He's done a really good job, and it's like he could win it. Like, it wouldn't surprise me. To be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me if you didn't. But it wouldn't. Like, all of them, I think, again, deserve.
Very good. I think this for the other three. It's just a shame that it's this year because Idris Elba just hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
And for
Neil
Newburn, he's just
I could be wrong. He might not be a star.
No, I'm pretty sure it is because I'm pretty sure Larian Studios tweeted about it. They showed the picture of Asterion. I mean, we can check if we want, but to be honest, anyone in Baldur's Gate 3, the voice acting is. I
am surprised that the last that plays Karlach didn't get a nod.
I know.
She's really good.
I think the problem for it is they could have filled out all 5 roles.
Yeah.
All 5 nominees with party members from Baldur's Gate 3. They could have easily done that. But I think they decided we can only pick 1 per game. Which is why you've got what you've got.
Yeah. Moving on. We now have Best Audio Design.
Ooh, I always love this.
Alan Wake 2. Dead Space. Hi-Fi Rush. Marvel Spider-Man 2 or Resident Evil 4.
Dead Space.
Dead Space uses sound just so well.
It's a horror game. Horror is usually much more reliant on
Hi-Fi Rush might win it though.
Hi-Fi Rush stuff because the music is
uses sound as its thing.
So it integrates music and sound into it, so gameplay. But Dead Space as a horror games are much more reliant on their atmosphere generated by the sound.
After that, we've got Best Score in Music. So Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush, Legend of Zelda.
Each one of them, if they weren't with the others, probably would have a good chance of winning. But I think Baldur's Gate 3's music is just really good. I mean, Final Fantasy 16.
I think Final Fantasy 16 is going to win.
Final Fantasy 16's music is, as usual, a very high, very good level.
I generally think Final Fantasy 16 is going to win this.
You see, Baldur's Gate 3's music is just.
It's good. It's not as good as Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah. So you go in Final Fantasy 16. I think Baldur's Gate 3.
I think it's the best thing about that game is its music. Like as much as I do love Final Fantasy 16, the music is just top notch. Like, I don't think that I've heard any other music that has got me pumped up.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, Final Fantasy has very rarely dropped the ball on the music level. Like even 13's music was actually pretty good.
Okay, so we now have Best Art Direction: Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda.
I want Lies of P to win this.
Yeah, because it's steampunk, and you have.
Well, no, I just think Alan Wake 2, as much as it looks good, it looks very very good, but Alan Wake 2 looks like any other horror AAA game. Yeah. Right. Hi-Fi Rush possibly because it's got that comic style, so that could do it.
And it's done really well.
It's really well. Super Mario Brothers just looks like Super Mario.
Yeah, it looks like a Super Mario.
And Legend of Zelda looks exactly like the last one.
That is true.
So I think, for me personally, Lies of P and Hi-Fi Rush are the 2 standout ones that look different. The only thing that's holding Lies of P back is that you could look at it and you could go, well, that looks like Bloodborne or Dark Souls. Yeah. Like, that's the only problem with that. So Hi-Fi Rush might nick this because it's very different compared to everybody else.
It's the one that stands out easily. Others are like high fidelity type of graphics.
Right. We should all know who's going to win this one. Best Narrative.
Here we go.
Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 16, Marvel Spider-Man 2.
It's going to be Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3 should win this because Baldur's Gate 3 is a game built on a narrative.
Yeah. However, Final Fantasy 16's narrative, even though it is depressing as hell, because by God do we just not stop taking L's.
No. Cyberpunk 2077 might do it. Yeah. But I think Baldur's Gate 3, just because narrative is part of the gameplay.
Yeah.
So
it reacts very well to your
okay,
choices.
so now we've got best adaptation. This is like TV show or movie that's come out to do with a game. We've got Castlevania Nocturne, Gran Turismo, The Last of Us, Super Mario Brothers movie, or Twisted Metal.
Ooh, you see, the thing is, I would have gone Last of Us easily until you said Twisted Metal. Because actually, Twisted Metal has done actually really well, and he's actually really good.
As much as I would agree with you on that.
But
number one, The Last of Us is very, very good. I'm just saying. But we also know that the Game Awards kind of has a soft spot for Naughty Dog.
Yes.
And gives them awards sometimes when they don't necessarily deserve it.
Yeah. To be honest, I think actually still, even with like how well Twisted Metal was, I still think The Last of Us is the best adaptation of the five.
Yeah.
So I think that will be the one that gets.
Oh, actually, speaking of adaptation, there's a new Garfield movie coming out.
Oh God!
Right, and it's done sort of like in the art style of the actual comics. So Garfield actually looks like Garfield.
Oh my word!
Okay.
Holy shit!
Guess who's in it?
Oh no! Who?
Just take a guess. Yeah, put it this way: he was in Super Mario Brothers, and everybody was like, "What?"
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Again. Chris Pratt. He's going to be in everything. He's going to be in every.
Is he playing?
I don't know who he's playing. I've not seen the trailer.
Please, well, first.
But it'd be funny if he's playing Garfield. I would absolutely piss myself if he's.
Who played Garfield in the CG ones? Was it?
It was Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Yeah, just get Bill Murray to be Garfield again.
Right. Anyway, back on the list before we go on to more tangents. Best game direction: Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3. Marvel Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Brothers, and Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Baldur's Gate.
All of them deserve a shot. I think
they all deserve it. I feel sorry for everyone else on this list because Baldur's Gate 3 came out this year.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 is just another level.
Yeah, it's just.
You can tell this game was in development for 6 years.
Yeah. Game of the year, the final category, the big one. We've already spoiled a number of them, but it's fine. Alan Wake 2, which I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to say this, and I've said this about other games. Alan Wake 2 has come out far too late for it to be a nominee for anything.
For this year, yeah.
It literally just came out, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
How on earth can you nominate something?
I mean, I would argue Spider-Man 2, which is another one on that.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's another. That's only just come out.
It has come out 3-4 weeks ago now.
Not much
longer than Alan Wake. And yeah, I would say it's a little bit. It should be put into next year. Yeah. But I don't. It depends on what they decide. The problem is right when you put a cutoff point. Any game that comes out just before that cutoff point gets the argument of, well, that's too late for that to be included in it. So. It's
well, come on. Last year, I can't remember what game it was, but do you remember the game last year that literally came out 2 days before the nominees were announced, and it was nominated, and it was
it God of War?
It might have been God of War or something like that, but it was just how on earth can you put a game that's only just released?
Was it God of War? I don't think it might not have been God of War. It was I understand what you mean. There was a game that was... Look, okay, to go through the nominations.
Right, so the nominations are Alan Wake 2.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3. Marvel Spider-Man 2. Resident Evil 4. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
So, Nintendo, even though they've got 2 nominations, aren't getting it.
No.
Alan Wake 2. Congratulations for getting nominated, but you're not winning it. And Spider-Man 2. Congratulations for getting nominated, but you're not getting it with it. Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win this. Again, I feel sorry for everyone else because Baldur's Gate 3 got released this year and it is ridiculous.
You know what? Just because you forgot to mention them.
Yeah.
I hope it wins now.
Which one did I forget?
Resident Evil 4.
Oh, Resident Evil 4.
I hope Resident Evil 4. It's not going to.
It's not
but
going to.
I generally hope that we watch it and it gets announced that Resident Evil is one game of the year.
It's not.
I would absolutely laugh my head off. Just be like, game that you didn't mention.
Resident Evil 4 Remake is a great game. It is a fantastic game.
It's not Baldur's Gate 3.
It's not Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah,
it's like when Elden Ring came out.
Yeah.
There were a couple of other games that were nominated that were great games. There's just a slight shame that
Elden Ring came out this year.
Elden Ring, like Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, Tears of the Kingdom, not Super Mario Wonder, Resident Evil 4, all would have had a shout if Baldur's Gate 3 hadn't been released.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
actually, do you know what? If Baldur's Gate 3 wasn't in this, I'd probably say Resident Evil's probably won it.
I would probably say Resident Evil's got a very good shout of being.
If Baldur's Gate 3... No, actually, yeah. Straight up, if Baldur's Gate 3 isn't there, I think Resident Evil 4 is the favourite.
You would go with Resident
Is
Evil
the
4.
favourite to win it if Baldur's Gate 3 wasn't
It's just such a... It's I do... In a sense, I do feel kind of sorry for them because it's like...
But it goes into the point that we made last week about Bungie, when we were talking about Bungie, that like this year has been ridiculous for good games.
Yeah.
There are so many games that haven't even been nominated that are generally good. Like just
haven't even got a shout out because of like how you just look at those 5 games. Well, apart from
like Lords of the Fallen hasn't even been played.
Yeah, Lords of the Fallen hasn't got a shout in anything. And you go and you look at, well, which one would it replace?
Exactly.
And you start to struggle because it's like, well, they all deserve to be there, and you've got to eventually say, well, that's enough nominees. Otherwise, we're going to have 100 nominees. At which point you go, well, every game that's ever been released is up for fucking. I do feel it's one of those. It's like in the Oscars when an amazing movie comes out, and you know it's like in the Oscars when Return of the King.
Oh yeah, when Return of the King
came out, and it was like, yeah, don't bother putting anything else up against it. That thing, one, everyone knew it was going to get Movie of the Year because it was going to be combined with Two Towers and Fellowship, even though they were 3 separate movies.
Yeah.
As a trilogy, and they went, no, we all knew how Hollywood was treating that trilogy.
Yeah.
We're going to treat it all as one movie, because if we didn't, everyone would be the Lord of the Rings would get Screenplay of the Year 3 times in a row.
They'd get all the awards for 3 years in a row.
Yeah, so we can't do that. People would be very pissed. But yeah, I feel it's that sort of similar situation. It doesn't matter how good everything else came out. Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 is just on such an amazing...
Although they should rename the Game Awards to the Elden Ring Awards.
Yes.
Now, let's be honest.
No. That's the most anticipated.
No. They're just the whole thing. Do you not remember when Elden Ring came out?
And it just won everything.
It just won all the awards. It was just like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, those are the nominations. You can actually nominate.
A vote.
You can vote on the actual Game Awards website.
Yeah, because it does the 50-50 split of it goes with. They've got some journalists and experts, and they've also got the.
I think that's for the main awards, like stuff like Creator of the Year. That's 100% fan vote and stuff like that. So.
Which, to everyone that got nominated for the creators, well, congratulations, well done.
And the esporters, you don't deserve any nominations whatsoever. So, yeah. Anyway, that's you know what it is. The thing that annoys me about it is like, oh well, it's the Game Awards, and here are the esports categories. It's like it's literally going to the Oscars and then seeing the Sports Personality Awards coming on
added
stage.
to it,
and it's like, why are you even here?
Yeah,
you're either athletes, which you keep telling people that you are when you're not, or
you're entertainers.
You're entertainers. Which one are you?
And don't start pulling the WWE sports entertainment bullshit.
Yeah, and the thing about that is, like, there's already an esports award show.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you see, this is the thing. I used to justify it because I didn't know that existed.
And they already get stuff and they already get stuff from the fucking when they do League of Legends, they get shit. When they do the Valorant players, they get shit. They already get a ton of crap. And to think
also, this year we're apparently getting the VTuber.
And we're getting the VTuber awards this year. Oh my fucking god!
And to be fair, it is set up by, I think it's Fillion, who's VTuber. She's set it up as and it's more to do like to put a spotlight on all the good stuff that VTubers do.
Yeah, which is fine.
Which is cool.
Which is fine. The question is, should we talk about the VTuber Awards?
I mean, nobody watches these videos.
No.
Nobody watches these videos, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, I don't think there's anything we create constructively could add to the discussion. So I don't think
we could just talk about the nominees.
Yeah, we could.
We could just be like, well, this person got a nomination. Do you know who that person is?
Nope.
Not a clue.
Nope. The thing is, the format for that one is basically you just put a name down. You don't actually. There's not a nominees. I don't yet.
Yeah.
I don't know how exactly it's structured, but anyway, the Game Awards will be December 7th. We will talk about the winners when
after the awards. We will.
The awards are announced,
we
and
will be
afterwards,
watching it. One day, we will get to the point where we have enough followers. Well, we don't have to work and we can do this as a job.
And then we can watch.
And then we can live stream it, our reactions.
Yes.
We can actually have VTubers of our own.
Possibly,
hopefully.
maybe.
One day.
We just have to, at the moment, live with our PNG tubers that we have.
Yes. Yes, we have to do that.
Your panda and my magpie.
Yes.
But yeah, it's stuff to look forward to everyone who got nominated. Congratulations. Best of luck. And if you're up against Baldur's Gate 3, commiserations for losing out to a Panic.
Actually, there are some games that I think will beat Baldur's Gate 3 in the categories. But I don't think
Best RPG
Baldur's Gate is going to win that.
Easy.
But I mean, like, best music, best I think it's in best sound as well.
Best musical score, Baldur's Gate's in it. Best sound, I don't think it is.
Yeah. That's the problem. The list is so big.
The best actor, maybe. But
yeah, like I said, Idris Elba is very good.
Idris Elba is very, very good. And if it wasn't for Asterion, because Asterion is... I understand why a lot of women want...
Yeah, they like that broken vampire.
Yeah, they like their broken vampire.
You sick degenerates.
However, his character is very well done and it is voice acted.
You know what the funny thing is on Baldur's Gate, because I've been playing it, I don't even like Asterion. I literally got him, and then I was just like, yeah, I don't like you at all. You can go over there.
He's not right. So as a character, he is very unlikable at the start. But as you...
No, I don't even like his voice.
Do you not?
I don't like talking to him. Like, everything about him, I'm just like, no, this is... You can stay over there.
It's clear he is not aimed for you.
Probably not.
I
don't really like any of the characters, if I'm honest.
Blackheart. I do actually kind of have a soft spot for Blackheart.
You mean Shadowheart?
No, is it Shadow? Why do I say Blackheart? Anyway.
I don't know. Blackheart's a Marvel enemy.
Yeah, that's very true. I'm going to blame work again.
It's fine. But anyway,
I have a soft spot for Shadowheart.
I don't have it. Actually, no. The one character, the one last that I've actually wanted to romance, I found out you can't romance.
Which one?
It's the do you know when you go to the camp with the wood elves and the druids and that and the tieflings and that are above and they're like, oh no, they're gonna kick us out.
Yeah.
So if you go down to
the druid lass.
There's the bard lass on the top.
Yeah.
And she's learning to play she's trying to play this song.
Yeah.
I like her.
But you can't
romance her, and I'm like, oh.
Well, that's very unfortunate.
I was just like, God damn it, man! Like, for fuck's sake. Like, Shadowheart kind of just gets on my nerves because she keeps telling me I'm doing things wrong. The Gif Yankee, Lae'zel.
Yeah.
She just keeps yelling at me. I'm like, no, just stop. Stop doing that. And also, everything she tells me to do, when I do it, it just ends up going wrong.
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah, because she's fight now, think of consequences.
Yeah,
later.
Pretty much. The only real character that I actually like in Baldur's Gate at the moment is Karlach.
There you go.
That's it. But I'm like
the tiefling barbarian.
She's not a tiefling.
Oh, is she not?
No, she's a natural demon.
Oh, yeah. Which one of the groups are tiefling?
None of them.
Oh yeah.
None of them is a tiefling.
That needs to be rectified in DLC. Anyway.
Well, actually, DLC, give us the bard, the tiefling bard. Let me have her in my group. She's cool. I like her. But yeah, anyway, that is our chat. I do hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Doodles.